You shouldn't wait for what you want, you should appropriate it right now. Neville Goddard said that. Bring there, here, and then, now. And the reason for this is because all spiritual teachers recognize that reality is multidimensional and everything exists right now at this very moment. This is why Neville Goddard said the creation is finished. And what it means is all states of consciousness and all experiences in every shape or form and variation exist right now. It is only because of this human experience, because it appears to be linear and natural. This world mimics natural order. So things have this tendency to appear in a natural manner. So whenever you assume a new state of being, it appears that it has taken some time, and that time is only for it to naturally shift you from here to there, from this serial reality to the other serial reality or a parallel reality. Now, because imagine how jarring and weird this experience would be. It would not be a human experience at all, actually. It would be a spiritual experience. This is what happens in astral realm or in the dream world, where people think of something and they are immediately shifted to that new existence, and it is very jarring. This is why in dreams often we are so perplexed by moving from one completely different state to another, and it's if you are awake in your dream, you will realize that how jarring it is. And in this physical world, which is mimicking the natural law, natural order, imagine you thinking about something and imagining it intensely and then going there, leaving your house here. So the idea is that this physical or natural world is operating in it's mimicking a natural order. But here's the thing. Now a lot of people might say, oh, then that means that if I want to be, for example, married to my specific person, and they live far away from me, and we will have to shift jobs, and we will have to do this or that, and it will be a lengthy process, and then we will be together. That is a false assumption, because you are thinking from a human egoic perspective, and human mind is limited. This is why every spiritual guru and people who teach law of assumption, law of attraction, or consciousness in general will always really emphasize the point that it is not your job to figure it out. Why? Because when we figure it out, we limit God. Because we can only see a certain path towards fulfillment, and outside that path we cannot fathom how things will unfold. And so if somebody thinks that they want to, for example, have a certain amount of money, they only see a linear path towards it, which involves a job, for example, or a business, or this or that. But there are other paths that you cannot think of that universe can provide, and they might be faster. There are many stories, and even in Neville Goddard's books, there is a story, I think basically a story like some distant relative that you never knew existed died and left you all their fortune. This happens. Sometimes people win lottery. Other times this book, Acres of Diamonds, I'm not sure if it's a fictional story or real, but this is a possibility, right? I'm just bringing to your consciousness infinite possibilities, and there are so many that I can think of and you can't. In the book Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell, he talks about a man who sold his land to go in search of diamonds, because that was like a time of diamond rush and everybody was doing it. He sold his land and went off somewhere else. The dude who bought his land, all of a sudden one day he was sitting by the creek and there was like water flowing or something, and he saw some big shiny object. He took that shiny object and I think he got it checked and it was diamond. So The land already had many big diamonds, and this new person got rich off of it. So see, existing wealth was always there, but this guy couldn't see it. If he had only assumed wealth, he would have seen it. And there are so many other invisible ways that you or I can never figure out. Same with the specific person. People will say, oh, we have so much history, we fought or this or that or the past thing. Now we have to make amends first, or he or she has to ask for forgiveness, and or we have to move. You see how you are conditioning it, and you can only see one path. Or okay, maybe you are a genius and you see 10 paths, but that's it. But there are stories of success stories of people's specific person without a reason. Without a reason, all of a sudden they can't stop thinking about you, and they leave everything else. Everything that you thought should be a condition, all of that is dropped in a moment, and they just want to be with you. And there are stories of people healing without doing anything. No medication, no drastic change in diet, no exercise, this or that, just by the thought alone. I recently made a story in the membership channel. By the way, if you want to ask me direct questions, we do weekly live streams on the membership channel where you can ask me questions and I will answer directly, or you can even join me on a video call live on the live stream, and you can have a face-to-face conversation. Link is in the description. Or if you want to work with me personally one-on-one, the link is also in the description. Anyways, I made a recent video on there where I shared a personal story, very trippy story of me shifting to a parallel reality. I will leave the link of that video in the description as well. And there I shared a story that I have shared before too, in one of Neville Goddard's books. I believe it's The Law and the Promise, where a woman was, she had a chronic back pain, and she traced it back to a memory, an incident in her childhood where she was swinging on a swing and she fell back from the swing and she hurt her back really bad. She did all the stuff and it was chronic, so you can guess that out of all these years she was trying all sorts of healings, medical, blah blah blah, everything. Nothing worked, and that's why she came to Neville Goddard. And then she heard of Neville Goddard's revision. So she revised the scene and imagined herself on the swing, and just like swinging and then walking off of the swing unscathed, just like a normal a playful day. Nothing, no incident happened, naturally walking away. And I believe in a month or so, I'm just remembering it at the top of my head, so things may differ a little bit, but after a while she was healed completely. The chronic pain was gone and she did nothing. Now the idea I'm trying to convey to you is, we don't know how something is going to happen. We will never know. Most likely it's going to happen in ways that we cannot figure out. Second, we don't know how fast it can happen. Yes, instant manifestation is a thing. When you imagine something, you are being it right now. Again, there's no such thing as past or present. All realities exist right now. The moment you imagine something feelingly, you are there. You are literally there in consciousness. This natural world will naturally have a progression where you will be moved into the new reality in a very natural manner. But it may take a day or it may take a month. That is not up to you, and a lot of people get lost in that. They do not appropriate the state right now. When they imagine, they are still thinking it's going to happen in the future, or it's going to happen this way or that way. They are still conditioning it, and by that they are limiting God, and by that they are differing, as Navaga says, the biggest delusion of mankind is perpetual construction but deferred occupancy. Meaning, we keep on building our dreams, but we never live in our dreams. We never move in there. It's like you build a big mansion, a big palace, Every day you build it, but you never go and live in it. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting for the perfect opportunity. You're waiting for the perfect circumstance. You're waiting for the perfect, you know, moment, not realizing that there is just one moment. There is no other moment. There never was and there will never will be. There is only the now moment. And in this now moment, whatever you imagine feelingly is true, is literally true in the mind of God, in consciousness, in higher dimensions. In the book Thinking Fourth Dimensionally, Out of This World, when Neville Goddard, he postulates the idea that the fourth dimension is time. So basically, if you were a fourth dimensional being, you would be able to see my entire lifeline, my entire life in blocks. Like you would see me being a baby and a dead old man and dead. All the life cycles you would be able to see in the now moment. So that's fourth dimension, which basically means quantum realm, which basically means multiverse or parallel realities, which basically means the oldest, not oldest, but basically the ancient Hermetic philosophy, which basically postulated the idea of God being a mind in some mental realm, and in the realm of mind of God, everything exists right now. So the moment you imagine it, it is real. But what we do is we imagine it and think that it's going to come in future. That's the trap. Or we imagine, but we also have this intention behind it that it's going to happen in a certain way, and I need it to be happening a certain way. For example, when somebody imagines being with their SP, they're thinking that first we have to make amends, or he has to be in my town, or this or that, or I need, you know, I need to reach out in a certain way, or this or that, because we have been in no contact. You are conditioning it. You are not appropriating the state. And when you don't appropriate the state, what you are doing is perpetual construction, deferred occupancy. And let's say universe has a way for it to make it happen like the day after tomorrow. But you cannot see it. You will never be able to see it. And so you limit God, you limit universe, and you limit your options. And so this is why don't wait. Never wait for what you want. Always appropriate it in the now moment and say, I have it. Where do you have it? In the higher dimensions. You are not worried about this natural three-dimensional world. It's the world of the dead. Everything that you see here has already manifested. It cannot show you a new thing. Cause, the world of cause is in the mind. Only the change in mind is going to be reflected here in due time. In due time, when I say time, it's not a real thing. You must understand, time is not real. When I say due time, I'm just talking about the natural progression or the bridge of incidence, as Neville Goddard says. That bridge of incidence is naturally going to shift you there. That's gonna may look like it's going to take some time, but it's not time. It's just the natural progression. So never wait, and don't be the guy who builds and builds but never lives in his dream world. Live in your dream world right now, appropriate it, and claim it to be existing right now. Walk in it and tell a story of having it already in mind, not to people, in mind, and see what happens. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.